Welcome, everyone. My name is KJ, and I am the host of Great Talk and Entertainment official channel, only on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe, and definitely hit that notification button. And today I have a very special guest that I'm going to interview for you, the people, the music lovers, the rockers, Texas. Let's go. My boy, he's in the band Misguided Intention. He plays the lead guitar and he is also one of the vocalists. His name is Shadow. Welcome, welcome. Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having me.
Thank you so much for coming on here. So, I got a ton of questions and we're going to talk about music, cosplay, and we're just going to get in this. Everybody's going to have fun listening to this. So, can you tell us why and what got you into cosplay?
So we're doing the origin story, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What got me into cosplay? I mean, obviously, when someone's a kid, they're going to be dressing up as their favorite superheroes, and like so that's just a given. Um, Ironically, when I was in kindergarten, I was in a elementary school play. And totally forget what play it was, but it was the one with the green troll under the bridge and all that.
Oh,
And
I think I know. I forgot too.
yeah, it's that classic play. But I only had like one line, but like as soon as I like delivered that one line, I knew from the jump that one like performing is something that I really enjoy doing because I didn't have stage fright at like 5 years old, which was I honestly find that kind of terrifying, just a little bit, because it just showed me as a kid that I have nothing to fear at a very young age until life hit. But yeah, and I like dressing up and like in different costumes. And as the years went on, I would my first ever like cosplay when I was like a kid was it was a Batman costume, and I was when I was trick or treating, a lot of neighborhood kids, and especially the classic neighborhood bullies, gave me flack for being a black kid in a Batman costume, and yeah, but I still didn't care. Like in when I was in like fifth grade, I got a Superman Returns costume, and that was pretty dope. However, the funniest thing when I was a kid, I would wear my Batman suit while watching the like all four of the original Batman movies, and I do mean all four.
That's awesome. And is Batman your favorite? Like top one out of top five?
Out of DC, Red Hood will probably be my favorite.
Okay.
Um, but that's for like, and I'm very like, I'm very like organized. I place my favorite heroes into like different categories. When it comes to like DC, my favorite superheroes are Nightwing and Wally West Flash. When it comes to anti-heroes, it would be Red Hood and even though he is a superhero, I do consider him an anti-hero sometimes because even though he doesn't kill, he's very rough. Obviously Batman, but he's more superhero than anti-hero. He just doesn't play by all the superhero rules. The main one he plays by, just but not all of it. He will drop you off a fucking building. Sorry for language, but
Oh, you're good.
he
You're good.
will he will drop you off a skyscraper, but he will catch you, but he will put the fear of God in you.
What about
Batman
Marvel?
is, no type, Batman is the type of person that will don't kill you, he'll make you wish you were dead.
Right.
When it comes to Marvel, favorite superhero, obviously Spider-Man. And Spider-Man and Daredevil. Those are like the two that I grew up loving the most. Even though the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie was atrocious, I even thought so as I even thought so as a little tyke. I mean, I saw them when I was like 11, and even then, I could tell a good movie from a bad movie.
Right.
And anti-heroes in Marvel, I only have one, and I'm pretty sure we all know who it is. Oh well, actually two. We all know who those two are: Wolverine and say it with me, Deadpool.
Deadpool. Okay, okay. Are you excited for the new one, Deadpool 3?
Sir, as soon as I saw that little teaser, like, hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time? Yeah, sure, Ryan. I started screaming. Like, I'm talking banshee mixed with like a little bit of opera singer type singing, so loud it could break the freaking windows of my house. I was like way too excited because if there's anything that I know the MCU is definitely going to get right, it's going to be Deadpool. Because if they fumble this bag, everybody is everybody's going to be done with the MCU. I honestly feel like this movie is the MCU saving grace because the last like like so good it was almost illegal thing that we got from the MCU was Spider-Man No Way Home, but that's just my opinion. But everything after that, though it was good, it just like you're you're leaving me with more to be desired. And it's like you're leaving me kind of empty-handed because Multiverse of Madness, it was it was great, but having classic characters from like shows that we loved just thrown in there to get waxed like that, I'm just like, why bring them in at all? Why? It's one of those things. It visuals were stellar, but yeah, I but ironically, I will say, I did. I find this very unfortunate. I did laugh when Black Bolt was the first to go because I was just like, oh, Wanda, baby girl, you didn't have to do him like that. You could have just exploded him with your mind, but no, you made him blow himself up. Straight kamikaze. That's just, oh God. Oh my God.
And speaking of origin stories, can you explain about the band Misguided Intention and how that all came about? And how long have you guys been together as a band?
So that is a very good question because I am not an original member of the band. I am their newest member. They formed in the rest of the band is from San Marcos, Texas, and I'm from Austin, Texas. But we have definitely played the same like venues like around in 2021 because the band I was in was a band called Don't Think Twice, and we how we got that name is if you've played Kingdom Hearts 3, the main track of that game was Don't Think Twice. The lead singer at that in that band was clever on that, but we'll get to him in a little bit because it's a whole thing. But I met them at our favorite venue to play at in Austin, Come and Take It Live, and like Mon- my last show there before Monday in 2021 was the day after Christmas. They played the same showcase, and yeah, after that, Don't Think Twice broke up. But three of the original members of that band, me, my sister Phoenix, who was also the bass player, and our drummer Darren, we still try to continue by ourselves, but we never found the time to practice. But we did try to change our name to Wings of Ash. However, it came crumbling down. I guess it was one of those bands that wasn't meant to be. Later down the line, 2 years later, um, ironically, I'm in a kind of a very very down mood, like in the darkness, so to speak. Christina, the lead singer of Misguided Intention, she hit me up and she was like, "Hey, you want to play guitar for us?" And I apparently she and the rest of the band has been thinking of recruiting me to be their guitarist for a long time because their original guitarist, who isn't also a good friend of mine from high school, Isidro. Um, he started being able to not really carry his own weight in the band, and he has, let's just say, there's issues with his girlfriend that rubbed the entire band the wrong way. And yeah, he unfortunately is no longer playing with us, but we still love him. He's still basically part of the band, even though he's not in the band because he was an original member.
Cool. And what does misguided intentions represent?
Um, that would be a better answer for, I mean, that would be a better question for the lead vocalist. However, in my opinion, I guess Misguided Intentions would probably be knowing that knowing that you're making mistakes, but you feel like you're, or doing the bad thing, but you're doing it for a right reason. It basically, for me, Misguided Intentions, it's weird. It's that name just screams Jason Todd to me because yeah, Jason Todd, his whole life has been a very, and I mean very misguided person.
And with that said, have the band misguided intention or you even now or in the past ever came up with a song where it has a lot of reference or inspirations from the superhero comic book anime world?
I'm happy you asked that because for our song Enemy, it doesn't start with this in the actual music video. There is a music video for it. It was before my time in the band, unfortunately. But whenever we play our song Enemy live, we use Thanos' Destiny speech from Infinity War as an intro before the
Cool.
backtrack kicks in for it.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, when I first saw that, like it was before I was in the band. When I saw them do it live, I'm like, okay, that is. You remember Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer when
Yes.
Norrin Rad just goes through the Empire State Building and John, it's like, oh, that's just cool.
Yeah.
It's like you have no words, dude. That's just cool. Like, oh man. And he was getting his ass handed to him, but he's like, okay, dude, come on. That you can't just come in here with that much heat.
When did you learn how to play the guitar? Like when did you start playing?
Uh Sixth grade,
Wow.
around 11. And you won't check, I don't think you will believe how I actually started playing guitar. Um I started learning playing guitar from being in mariachi. I was in my middle school mariachi class. And if you want to talk about being feeling like an outsider, try being the only black kid in a mariachi class. Literally, you are sticking out like a sore thumb, the sorest thumb in the history of sore thumbs.
You know it's cool. I have a guitar. It's an acoustic guitar. It's not a plug-in, and I'm not good at playing the guitar, but I do enjoy playing guitar. Like sometimes I'll get high and I'll just jam on my acoustic.
Okay, okay. Fan of the Ganj.
Yeah.
I knew there was something that I liked about you.
And I just really enjoy guitar. I don't know why, but I'll
It's
just
something that it's something that keeps you that soothes the nerves and it keeps the hands busy.
oh yeah, for sure. And I'll just play, on my Spotify, play rock music, and if I could follow along, I'm gonna try. But I just, it's so cool, and I just think that's awesome because learning how to play the guitar and like learning your notes is not an easy task. Like, and
I
you are so impressive. Like I seen a couple videos of you on TikTok where you're just going ham, but I
oh,
tell you what, you got it. Like
thank you.
man,
I heard some people say that guitar is probably the most difficult instrument to learn how to play. And I agree with that to an extent because I mean, once you learn how to play it, I mean, it becomes second nature. But there are there is a milestone in being a guitar player that um, honestly makes a lot of people want to quit, and sometimes the people do quit. It's let me demonstrate. It is
Yeah.
this chord right here. Oh wait, hold on. I'm in drop D right now. All right. I'm still not too much a shot. Uh, the weather will try to make your guitar go out at sometimes. And yeah.
You know,
So
I'm not good at tuning either. I gotta ask my friends to help me.
I was there to it took a long time for me to learn how to like tune by ear. I would always have to use tuners. I mean, I still having a tuner still helps from time to time. It comes in clutch, and I sometimes I would rather use a tuner before I play a show to make damn sure it's in tune. But tuning by ear, it's something that'll come naturally. Yeah, the F chord. That's the chord that if you ask a guitar player what their least favorite chord is to play and their least favorite chord to learn, 9 times out of 10 they will definitely say the F chord.
Yeah, that is a very hard chord. And
Don't
and
even
when
get
I
me started on those jazz chords, dude.
oh no, not me. I
I
can't
stay
even
I
get it.
stay all the way I stay all the way away from those, man. So, okay, no. Jazz chords are beautiful, but I refuse to learn how to play one.
Now, who's your top five band?
Woo! All right, I'm gonna count down from 5. Let's see here. All right, we got for number 5, we got one that's tattooed on my arm right here, Breaking Benjamin.
Oh yeah, favorite.
Oh yeah, and for number 4, Pierce the Veil. Be number 4. Number 3, Motionless in White. No, and actually, I'm gonna give number 3 to Falling in Reverse. Number 2, Motionless in White, and number 1, A Day to Remember.
Oh, I love that band. Love that
Oh
band.
yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody was a fan of their last album. There were some bangers on that last album, but the rest of it disappointed me. But last year when they dropped their song Miracle, it it was a miracle. It's like, oh my God. And it's so funny because when I first like saw that I didn't remember dropped a new track, one, I didn't even hear it. I clicked on it, but then I instantly paused it because I rushed to the garage because my brother was sleeping in the garage when he was living with me actually, and I said, "Bro, A Day to Remember just dropped a new track," and he's like, "What?" We rushed back to my room and I put that thing on full freaking blast, and dear God, like it was it hearing that song for the first time, it was like a euphoric sense because me and him were going through the worst time imaginable. And it just that it's like that song it was like a sign that things are gonna be better because like I didn't remember it's heavy again. And when I tell you that I was not ready for the break for like the second breakdown, I was not ready for the second breakdown. Like because when if have you heard the song?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, when Jeremy said wait, and I heard that for the first, he was like, wait, and I'm like, wait, what? You know that feeling you get when you're on a roller coaster, it's like your stomach just shoots up into your
Yeah.
chest. Oh, yeah. And it really got me because that drum, there were triplets. And for some reason, when there's like a pause and then there's like a drum break with like triplets or like 16th notes on the double bass, I'm just like, God, you guys are making a mess right now. Just Like one of my favorite YouTubers, Nick Nocturnal, he he was straight up all like, "Wait, oh, we're not done." And then at the end of the breakdown, there's an inside joke because and the last song he reacted to by Didn't Remember, Last Chance to Dance, when the breakdown hit, he said, "Thank you," because the album's name was entitled You're Welcome. But it was just like very like, thank you. I needed this. When A Day to Remember dropped, when Miracle dropped, it was a big round of applause. And then it's like he was holding back tears of like joy, like, thank you. It was like it was like you were finally given something you have been dying for your whole life.
Right.
And yeah, it was an amazing day. It was a day to remember.
Right. And that's an incredible song that they released too. Now, speaking of songs, so what new projects does Misguided Intentions have that you're working on in the future?
Um, well, we had just finished writing our new song, No Confession. We have not recorded it yet. And we are pretty sure we're about to start shooting for a music video for our song Flatline. The least I can say it'll probably be around the tail end of this month. So we're really looking forward to that. And our friend Hunter, he's in another local band. He's also in a local band from Austin called the After Dark Society. They play like some of the most amazing deathcore I have ever heard. And from a local band, that's amazing. And fun fact, my best friend Drew, he is also in a band. It's a deathcore band named Azathoth the Blind. I taught Drew how to do metal vocals. I was like my band, Don't Think Twice. I was his first show, like the first show he ever freaking went to, like in general. And yeah, now he's better than me at metal vocals, and he's the front man of his own deathcore band. And even though I'm like I'm slightly jealous. I'm mainly like so proud of him because one, that's my best friend. Two, it's just so freaking cool knowing that the student has become the master. So you can't be anything but proud.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's cool. Like how well are you well connected as a community in that genre of music and
And
where
like the
you're at?
metal community,
Yes, sir.
pretty connected because a lot of the times where we meet most of the bands that we know, we meet them at shows and then we follow their page, like check out some of their music, and it's I haven't heard a single bad local band except, and I will admit, the local band that I was in, Don't Think Twice, because one, we played nothing but covers. We only played two originals that weren't recorded, by the way. So I took one of those riffs back because the other riff was written by our guitarist Nick. But yeah, we played mostly covers, and the lead vocalist the lead vocalist was a terrible singer. Every show we played, we were told everything was on point except the lead vocals. And I'm not going to get too into it. The vocalist started getting allegations, and we had enough of that. Just then, I love saying this, we fired him. So, and the funniest and the most pettiest thing ever is he hit up Phoenix, and he was basically like, "Does everybody agree to this, or is it just you and Perry? Because I can always find other people to play with." So it's like, okay, dude, you're not taking the news like an adult. You're kind of taking it like a little punk. And but Phoenix literally just literally ripped the band-aid off. Like we all agreed on this because we do not want to play with you anymore. And his performance when we were doing live shows, he would always get on us about being professional on stage when this dude will literally be pulling out his phone to look at lyrics while we are playing a set. And he started doing that in the Taylor end because he never did that at first, but it just got to the point where he was literally too high off his own ego, but he didn't have any skill to back it up. He just claimed to have experience. And straight up, there was one time that I just posted on Facebook, like, dude, experience doesn't always mean skill. And he saw it. He knew that, dude, you are talentless. We keep getting bad freaking reviews on the vocals. And the whole allegation thing, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And now I'm here 2 years later.
I'd say that's a one like this is your amazing journey to get where you're at now, and I think that's very awesome because it's like now you found you fit into a band or maybe like a family to you guys
Yeah.
who definitely always watch each other's back and care about each other. And now you're going out there just to have you're having fun going out there, and that's just
And
amazing.
it's eventually going to be. I do aim to make music my occupation because yeah, sometimes yeah you're having fun, but you at the end of the day you are also working.
Oh yeah.
But because like what I always knew and what the lead singer at the time from my old band did not get, but everybody else did. A band is a family first and a business second. That like those are the core things. If you have to be in a band where you like working with these people, even though sometimes they kind of irk you a little bit, do things that you don't really approve of, you like playing with them. They're easy to be around and they are compliant when you tell them certain things. They don't go against the grain. They don't argue. They compromise. This dude would argue back and forth, and he was more stubborn than I, and I am probably one of the most stubborn people in my family, other than my old man.
No, no.
You'd be surprised.
You're a wonderful man, I promise you.
Oh, I know I'm a good guy, but it's just I have a little bit of a short temper.
Right. Now, where should everybody should be looking for you in the social media world?
I would definitely say either our Instagram or our. I swear this guy's a little attention whore.
Oh, that's all good. I have two pets as well.
Yeah.
Should they be following your TikTok too?
Um, I don't like following the band's TikTok.
No, you're both.
Um, the band's TikTok hasn't been. We haven't. There hasn't been any posts on the band's TikTok recently. We were planning on like doing a TikTok because our manager, who is also the lead singer's fiance, um, she filmed like part of it. You know how some bands they would do like a practice, like they would film like them at a practice, and then it would cut to them at the show and with their crowd. Yeah, we were planning on doing that on Monday if there was a crowd, but then again, our show was on a friggin' Monday. And the show before that, we had to cancel because our bass player was sick.
Oh.
It's a bummer, dude.
So, one final question, man. What advice would you give to anybody who wants to get in a band, start a band, and get into music like you do?
Um, if anybody says that you can't do something, do everything in your power to prove them wrong. because if somebody doubts you, that is that is more motivation than it is criticism, to me at least, because one, everybody always overlooks the underdog, but it's usually the underdog is the one that is keeps on pursuing and advancing and is the one that wins in the end. Basically, how I would picture it or visualize it. Think the entire journey of Naruto Uzumaki. He was doubted multiple times in his lifetime. He was treated like he was less than dirt, but he kept on striving, kept on pushing through. He literally dedicated his all to one goal, and when he achieved it, everybody had nothing but respect for him because he saved the literal asses of everybody who talked crap to him. And mainly also his friends too, because he did make a lot of friends, but I'm pretty sure there were some people that were still on Donzo's side, just manipulated just that Naruto. That Naruto, there's something about him, man. And then
Right.
and another thing, just don't give up. And a song, honestly, like a song that keeps me going, especially like when I'm in a very bad mood. It's a song called Hope by We Came as Romans. And I haven't listened to that much We Came as Romans, but I have been listening to them a lot more because one, they're really freaking good. Two, they did a cover of I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. And a lot of, like, dude, I'm telling you, a lot of metal bands and like a lot of metalheads, me included, we're Swifties at heart. And that's one of my favorite thing about being a metalhead. You can listen to metalheads are the people that actually listen to everything. Metal is just their favorite.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate this.
Thank you
And
for having me.
everybody, check the description below. I'll have all his links where you can follow him and the band Misguided Intention. Please follow him, subscribe to him, all their YouTube channels, check out their music videos that are coming out soon. And don't forget to subscribe to Great Talk Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you, sir.
Please send me the link to YouTube in my Instagram DMs, please.
Oh, I will.
Thank you, sir.
Peace out.